Hello Internet! Welcome once again to SimSaw. Today I'm talking about World War Z, the adaptation of the Max Brooks book, follow-up to the Zombie Survival Guide, into a major motion picture starring Brad Pitt and other people. As ever, I will try and avoid spoilers in this. I also must declare a bit of an interest. I enjoyed the book. I also went in there not expecting it to be, obviously, a direct remake, shot for shot. I knew they'd change the stories, and I, made my peace with that. My main issue with this film is that it's not the story that's changed. Well, it is, but that's not the important thing. It's the tone of this. In the book, it's about the mankind's mass upheaval, this huge cataclysmic event that changes the very nature of our society, that we have to fight our human natures to survive. And it chronicles the events that go past as we fail, rebuild, rebound, and subsequently are victorious over the zombie threat. The film does not teach us this. The film teaches us that it's okay, pretty boy will sort it out. That's the problem with putting a singular face on this story. It immediately became about Mr. Pitt, Jerry Lane, and his struggles and his survival, which is not a problem if he was an ancillary part or a cog amongst other cogs. No, he's saving the world. We open with a montage that could be directly out of Panorama or any other news organisation or documentary series from the late 90s. A montage and video of the Earth going to hell. The fact that we are destroying the environment, we are not respecting our planet, and we are generally killing ourselves and each other, and nature is perhaps rebelling. As a side note, I will very much say I enjoyed the musical scoring of this film. It was highlighted in the start, and it became apparent at various bits throughout. Matt Bellamy of Muse had something to do with this and assisted, and it's got very much that Musey style, and it fits very much with this film. We transition from that to an opening scene of Jerry Lane, Mr. Pitt, having a normal family breakfast, the start of his day. We experience some deeply painful child acting and scripting as they deliver odd exposition and dialogue that just doesn't fit with the scene. This film seems to take a long time and gets about, but we never seem to find ourselves or the character in any peril. Brad Pitt tries to focus these energies on being a family man in this film. This seems to be the message here. The family comes first, even over saving the world, apparently. Though this is the one man who has a member of government, or the UN, as it were, though it might as well be the American military, on speed dial and a helicopter that can come and get him. But no, family comes first. You're not dragging me back in. I think that's the problem here. It's trying to be a message film about family, but also about, Brad Pitt, essentially. That's probably it. It's Plan B Entertainment, Brad Pitt's own company, which the last film I saw of that, made by Plan B, that was starring Brad Pitt, was Killing Them Softly. That was a great film until Brad turned up. And I think that's the problem here. They've got a director who specialises in emotional storytelling, and you've got the world's most emotionless man holding his paycheck. Nobody in this film seemed really that bothered. Muriel Enos, Mrs. Lane, Brad's wife, tried. She really did try, and I believed her. However, everyone else had to turn down their emotional resonance just because we had Mr. Stoic Pretty Man not really seeming to give about any problems that comes through, apart from having a bit of man pain wall punching moment. The merest flicker I got was when he was interacting with the children, and I think that comes from his own family thing, and again, coming back to the message of, family comes first. But that's not what I turned up to see. I turned up to see zombie apocalypse terror, and there's some big zombie set pieces, and ignoring the fact that they're fast zombies, which bothers me anyway. It's meant to be the implacability of them. You rest, they don't. You stop, they don't. You eat, they don't. And for every one of you they kill, there's another one of them. That's the deep, unsettling, implacable nature of zombies. But what the hell, we've made them fast so they can go all twirly wibbly and go up and attack helicopters. I turned up to see an apocalypse drama, a real fight for survival, and I never got any sense of peril. I never got any coherence. Every section, every act, of which there seemed to be about 5 or 6, seemed completely separate and different in tone. We gain ancillary characters that don't make a lot of sense apart from the visual nature of things. We end in the most mundane of ways. The MacGuffin that explains everything is just... Overall, it's a visually stunning action piece. It's got moments that made me jump. It wasn't unenjoyable. And as I said at the start, I don't blame it for changing the story. What I do blame it from is betraying the essence of the original book that would have been so much more nice to view, so much different to everything else that's out there. Whereas this just essentially felt like a large budget remake of 28 Days Later, which had so much more human heart to it, whereas this just seemed to not. Anyway, maybe you saw it differently, maybe you viewed it differently, maybe you viewed it the same. Let me know in a comment down below. And until next time, my name's Sim, and that's what I saw.